Fans are concerned that Will Smith has gone too far once more and is to blame for Jaden's mental health after Jaden Smith recently broke down on Instagram. Problems. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett have faced criticism for their unorthodox parenting methods for many years. And there are now reports that the pair exposes Jaden and Willow to some bizarre things at home. Fans are now worried that Jaden may traumatize his son and that he needs serious therapy because he is finally talking about what growing up with May Smith did to him. Will Smith has consistently made news for the wrong reasons, and it appears that this is beginning to have an impact on his children, particularly his son Jaden. It all began with Jada's widely publicized relationship with August Alsina, which was followed by Will's press tour during which he attempted to persuade everyone that having a second partner while married is completely normal. Fans began to speculate that the real reason Will slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars was because he has a lot of pent-up anger from being in the closet. And on top of all that, reports recently emerged that Will and Jada organized wild gay parties at their home with young men under the pretense of mentorship. Meanwhile, rumors about Will's sexual orientation continue to mount, with many believing he is either gay or bisexual. And now an even more unsettling Will Smith rumor is circulating online, with supporters claiming that Will traumatize his son Jaden. Since the Oscar slap incident, Jaden has maintained a relatively low profile. But he just posted an odd video of himself crying on Instagram, fueling speculation that something had occurred to him while he was still residing with Will and Jada. Now, before we discuss what Jaden revealed, let's first discuss some background information because Will Smith has previously been accused of similar behavior, and he and Jada are not the only famous couple that take joy in defying conventional parenting guidelines. However, it appears that their children have suffered greatly as a result of their unusual parenting approach. Will has previously acknowledged that he may have gone too far in treating Jaden like an adult rather than a youngster. See, Will and Jada don't believe in teaching their kids rules and structure, and Will also stated in an interview that he and Jada believe in treating their kids with the same respect they would treat anyone else. Will noted that in African American households, the idea of treating your kids like property dates back to slavery, adding that he and Jada chose to have their children release this. Will also claims that he and Jada never told their children to clean their rooms because, quote, "you never advise an adult who is grown up to do so." Now, this might make sense in principle, but kids need to be taught that their acts have repercussions, especially if you're a celebrity and your kids already have no idea what the outside world is like because they live in a bubble because of you. Jaden and Willow, in particular, have both criticized their parents for allowing them excessive independence and thrusting them into the public eye when they were still very young. Despite all of their talk about allowing their children express themselves, it appears that Will and Jada weren't able to establish an emotional connection with them since Willow claimed Jada would make fun of her as she tried to be vulnerable. When Willow was younger, she would become extremely emotional, but you would look at me and tell me, "Yeah, you can cry, but do it over there. Like go into your room and do it over there." As if you were pushing me away for crying or making me feel like a bad person for crying. Willow also disclosed that she once became so depressed that she started injuring herself, but Jada was completely unaware of it. Jada, however, stated that she simply didn't know any different and attributed everything to her upbringing. Fans, however, had little sympathy for Jada and criticized both her and Will for being narcissists because it seems like they're always covering up their problems rather than facing them head on. As an example, rather than admitting that she shouldn't have told the world she had an affair with her son Jaden's friend August Alsina, Jada defended her decision by saying children need to know all about adult relationships. Regarding Jaden, a lot of his followers think he started behaving badly when he was little. Age and wanted to be emancipated at 15, Jaden previously claimed because he had less structure at home. He also claimed that homeschooling had transformed him into a revolutionary in his weird 2015 interview with GQ. Me and Willow are scientists, so everything for us is a scientific test upon humanity, and luckily we're put in a position where we can affect large groups of human beings at one time. Jaden also asserted that regular education is useless and that all kids should cease attending school. "School is a tool to brainwash the youth," Jaden tweeted, adding that if everybody in the world dropped out of school, we would have a more intelligent society. Then after that, at the Oscars, Will smack Chris Rock. Jaden went straight to tweeting something. And that's how we do it. Fans, however, were quick to point out that Jaden is living proof that treating children like adults and granting them too much freedom usually backfires. One supporter reacted to Jaden's tweet, "While so violent behavior is a family trait," and another person added, "The normalization of violence within the family is common." And now, on top of everything else, reports have begun to circulate that in addition to providing Jaden an excessive amount of freedom, Will and Jada may also have exposed him to some extremely inappropriate material at home. These rumors initially surfaced in 2013 when Will forcibly kissed 14-year-old Jaden during an interview. The contentious incident took place during a Thai television interview, and the interviewer inquired as to whether Will and Jaden display affection in real life, and in response, Will did this. Now, some individuals believe that there was nothing wrong with Will showing affection to his own sons, but the majority of fans found it really upsetting to witness because Jaden obviously did not want to be kissed on the mouth. I think it's sad because obviously the young man didn't like it and apparently has complained in more than one interview. One fan said, "I find forcing an unwanted kiss on anyone extremely disturbing." Many fans also pointed out that if this was Willow and Jaden's place, everyone would condemn Will, and rightfully so. One person commented, "If a father kissed his daughter like that, grabbing her face, putting his hands around her neck, holding her down while she's trying desperately to pull away, I would be disgusted and worried that he might be abusing her. I have the same concerns for this situation." And even though most people soon forgot about this occurrence, Jaden is now being traumatized by new rumors that have started to surface. Jaguar Wright made some shocking allegations about Will and Jada, stating that they are both bisexual and that they have engaged in some wild behavior with other guys in front of their children. This is when everything began. Jaden and Willow may have seen some strange things at their home, which is possibly why Jaden wanted to flee and become free at the age of 15. Jaguar also expresses sympathy for Jaden and Willow. And then, a few weeks after Jaguar's allegations about Will and Jada went viral, Jaden used Instagram to post an odd video of himself sobbing with the caption. Jaden's followers immediately took to the comments to ask Jaden what was going on because the video came out of nowhere and fans were concerned that something happened to Jaden. And while some fans speculated that Jaden was under the influence of something, others said that Jaden is clearly dealing with the trauma of growing up with Jada. It appears that the parents' misdeeds are being passed down to their children, which is unfortunate. One fan said, "I feel for the young man. I sure as heck wouldn't want either of those self-centered nut jobs to be my parent." And there's another added, "No wonder Jaden became a teenage zombie freak. He was traumatized by his own father." However, what are your thoughts on Jaden crying on Instagram? Do you believe it has anything to do with his father? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to watch the following video.